Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm Amanda of Inspiring Inkin and welcome to my craft room. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this gift box. It's from just 2 sheets of A4 cardstock. I'm also going to be sharing with you the measurements for this smaller box. The difference with the 2 boxes, obviously, apart from the size, is that this one was designed to use 6x6 patterned paper to decorate it, whereas for this one you'll need 12x12 patterned paper. So let's turn the camera around and get crafting. So this is the style of box we are making, and in the introduction I said we're actually making 2 different sizes of box. So this is the smaller size, and all of the details of this box you'll find in the description. If you're on my blog or on YouTube, just scroll down and all of the measurements will be there. The way you make both boxes is exactly the same, but this box was designed so that you can decorate it with paper that comes in packs of 6 inches. So some patterned paper comes in 12x12 sheets and some comes in 6x6. So this one is a really lovely paper called, I think, Flower for All Seasons. You get lots of different sheets, but obviously it's only 6 inches wide. So I designed this box to use that paper, but the box I'm going to show you is actually a bit bigger than this, and we're going to be able to use 12x12 paper on the box. So to make the bigger box, you're going to need 2 sheets of A4 paper, and if you are outside of Europe or Australasia where we use the metric system, and you don't know what A4 paper is, it's approximately 8.5 inches by 11.75 inches. And again, all of the sizes, everything will be down below if you just scroll down. You're going to need some patterned paper. I've actually used 1 sheet of 12x12, and actually, just so you know, this is the amount that I've got left over. So you don't use the whole of a 12x12 sheet. You do have some smaller pieces, and then this ribbon is called Snowflake Splendor. So the paper that I'm using is from the Snowflake Splendor product suite. It's in the autumn winter catalogue. Let me just find the right page and I will be able to show you the papers. Page 37. So you've got some beautiful stamps and dies, embossing folder. This is the fabulous ribbon, and then these are the papers here. So you've got Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana, Highland Heather, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Pool Party, and a Whisper White. So as I was just reading those colours, I realised I've got the wrong colour here. This is mint macaron, which isn't right. The colour that I need is Pool Party. So that was a lucky save. Okay. Let me just talk about this ribbon as well. It is iridescent, and this is always tricky to see whether or not it will actually pick up on camera, but it's got that amazing iridescence that flashes green and pink as well. It is a stiff ribbon. I would go as far as to say it's quite solid. It's very springy, so it will hold a bow, but you wouldn't want it necessarily next to your skin. It's not scratchy, but it's definitely stiff. Okay, so let's make this box. As always, I make templates. You will see these on all of my videos. It's a really great way of remembering how to do something. It doesn't take up very much space to store them, and it really helps. So I'm going to be following this template. So I've got 2 sheets of A4 cardstock, which, as I said before, is approximately 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. And on both of them, I'm going to score at 2 inches from each edge. So I'll grab my scoreboard. And pop that in. And the easiest way to do that, to score 2 inches, flip it over and score 2 inches again. And it means it's nice and easy. And then the other scoring measurement is from one edge, doesn't matter which edge, but just from one edge. You've got 1 1/4 inches and 3 1/4 inches. So I'll turn that around. 1 1/4 and 3 1/4, and I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. So 1 1/4, and 3 1/4, and that's all the scoring that we need to do. So I'm just going to grab my bone folder and just give these all a really good reinforcement on the score lines. Just make sure you just take the time to do this on all your boxes and bags, moving cards particularly as well. It just really helps encourage the cardstock and the paper to do what you want it to do. So let's just fold that. And I'm sort of reversing the folds as well, just to give it a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so that's both of the pieces exactly the same. So now where we've got these 2 score lines, we are going to follow this template. So we're going to cut off these 2 pieces here and trim these down a little bit. So it's really straightforward. You are going to cut from the scored end past the first score line to the second score line on both sides, and then you are going to cut off that little piece. We'll do exactly the same on this one. So I'll get those pieces out of the way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little triangle off this flap here, and also these 2, we're also going to cut a little sliver triangle off those as well. It just really helps when you're folding the box in, just to give it a little bit of shape. So this piece here, like so, so that's quite a big triangle. Then if you fold that up, these pieces are more like little slivers. And then, I don't know whether you can see very well there, but I've left a little bit of the score line, so I'm just going to neaten that up. So again, on this side, a little sliver there, and a little sliver there. And then again, we're going to repeat it on this side. So there, fold that up. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of all those little scraps. So the box itself is almost complete. We've actually just got to glue it together. But what I do suggest you do is you you cut your patterned paper. Now you can stick your pattern paper on at this point. You can do it at the end, it's up to you. But do the cutting for it. So I'm just going to run you through it. So you need 2 pieces that are 8 1/4 inches by 4, and that is going to go on the top and the bottom of the box. You need 2 pieces which are going on the long sides, and they are 8 1/4 by 1 3/4. And then you want 2 pieces which are going on the short ends, which are 4 inches by 1 3/4. So, and that's there as well. So those are all the measurements, but again, scroll down, they will be there for you. So we'll tip those off, remove the pieces of paper that aren't there. And now we're going to assemble the box. So what you're going to do is you're going to have 1 piece facing you that has got the tabs on it, and the other piece you're going to rotate around, and we are going to stick that there. So I'm going to fold this back and get my Tombow glue and put glue over the whole of this section here. Now make sure you don't put it on this short flap, just on that long section, and line it all up nice and straight, and then press it down. And you want to make sure that it's buttered up as close as it can be to this score line here. Okay? And then the way that we make the box is this piece comes over here. Now you just need to pay attention to which side is the top and which side is the bottom. So if I flip this over, you'll be able to see that that is a cut edge. So this piece is going to be the top because it goes over the sides. So we want this piece to go over the top of this piece. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to put the glue on here, and it's so much easier to glue this flat rather than trying to do it sort of shaped. So we're going to press that down there like so, and miraculously our box is ready. So these tabs fold in, and then you just slide that piece in, and then these tabs fold in, and you just slide that piece in, and that makes you your box. And just to show you, that's the smaller box. So actually you could make a nice little stack of them. That would look really cool. So let's just decorate it. So I'll just undo it again and get the patterned pieces of paper. Like I said, it's much easier to decorate this flat. So you just kind of squish this down a little bit. And and the sizes will give you a nice 1/4 of an inch edge all the way around. I'm just going to put this small flap here. And then this longer one here. And then we've got a long one there. Ooh. Table's moving and everything now. So that piece is going there. And then I'm just going to flip the box over. So we've just got this last short piece and the base of the bag. And then we can tie it up with a ribbon and it will be all done. Now I am sure you will probably want to know how big these boxes are. So I'll just get my Simply Scored out and I will be able to tell you the finished size. Let me just pop that down first. There we go. Okay, so pop that down there. Ooh, and there. So the biggest box is 8.5 by 2 by a little over 4.25. And then this one is 4.25, 6 and 2. Like I said, they will kind of stack together. Let's get the ribbon. There. Now you could do all sorts of kind of fancy tags and things. I'm not actually going to do that today because what I just wanted to do was to show you how to make the box. So there we go. Just pull this down a little bit. Like I said, this ribbon just ties beautiful bows. Let me just curve that around a bit. And it just stays, which is really pretty. Just trim that little bit off, like so. So there we go. We have 2 boxes for you. As I said, all of the measurements you will find by just scrolling down, whether you're on my blog or on YouTube. All of the products that you've seen today you can purchase in my online store, and there are links to all of those products. Please do subscribe both to my YouTube channel and my blog, which is www.inspiringinkin.com. That way you will always be the first to know when I have some new creative inspiration for you. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.